So really quickly before we get into the tutorial, I just wanted to show you guys my monthly spread, how it turned out for last month. And if you guys don't really care and you just here for the video, I will go ahead and insert the timestamp right here to where the actual video starts. But I just wanted to do a really quick flip through. So of course this is the starter page. This was my spread for the month, and then you guys can kind of see how I filled out the boxes here for things I had to get done or do. I did not use my habit tracker, guys, at all. I did do some of these habits, but I did not use it, and so I'm not including it in this month's spreads because I didn't use it. And I started to use my expense tracker, but then I stopped using that as well. So I also did not include that. I might come back to it later. I just think I have to find out a way that I want to track it, and I didn't really like how I laid it out, so I stopped using it. Project tracker definitely used, so I did go ahead and bring that back, but with some minor changes. I used my YouTube planning here. Gift ideas, I have to fill some more out, and I am not going to put a gift ideas for this month, even though it's the month of December. I'm just gonna go back to this one, so there's that. I did use my Black Friday thing, kinda, sorta. Got a couple goodies for Black Friday, so now I'm broke. But anyways, I did also use the brained up, and I am going to make a bigger brained up spread this time around. And then here is my first weekly, so you can see that. I kind of drifted off here. There's this one. And then the week of Thanksgiving, I did not do a spread, so it was a rough week for me, but I am going to get back into the mood, and I am going to do the final week of November here, with the last two, or the first 2 days of December are gonna be there. And then let's go ahead and get started on the monthly spread for December. So I will go ahead and speed this up, and you'll catch me in the voiceover. Okay guys, so for December's theme, I did keep it pretty traditional Christmas. I'm using 3 primary colors really, which is the red, green, and like a gold color. I didn't do anything too complicated either for this theme, at least I don't feel that it was. Right now I'm just doing a quote sheet. You know, I always do my quote sheets to start, but I didn't actually do as many quotes this time around as I did the last time around. But I'm just making these little Christmas lights up at the top, and I'm taking the colors that I'm going to be using and just making the outline so it kind of looks like the light is on and it's flickering kind of. And the quote down at the bottom just says, "Let your light shine." And you guys will see the light change. The sun started working with your girl. It came out for your girl, so that's why the light got a little bit better. But right here, I'm just doing the main cover page for December, and I decided to put it in a ornament and put calligraphy in the middle with December, and it got a little crooked, but we're just gonna roll with it. So I just thickened up the lines there. That's the trick to calligraphy. If you guys don't know how to use like a brush pen with the calligraphy, just go back and thicken it up later and add your little details or whatever. But the color that I'm using right now is maroon from the Crayola Super Tip markers, like the 50 pack. That's the markers that I'm always gonna be using, guys. Like, There's every color you could think of. They juicy, you know. We just gonna be using those. So, but I will link everything that I'm using down in the description box below if I can find it. The color that I used up at the top, the yellow, is the mango color in the pack. And I'm actually just going back here and adding some more details to the word December. I took one of my pens and added a little bit of a shadow, and then I took my white gel pen. And this white pen sucks. I need to get another one that is more of like a paint pen, because this kind of sucks, but it gets the job done. So we're just gonna roll with it for now. But yeah, I'm just taking that and adding some highlights into the word to make it pop a little bit more. And at the bottom here, I'm doing some little pine tree branches. Is that what they are? Branches. I'm just taking the cocoa brown color and making a line for the branch. And then I believe I'm taking the bright green color from Crayola first and putting that down there, and then the olive green color from Crayola. It's hard to tell because they have like 8 green colors and none of the markers actually have the name written down on them. So I apologize if I tell you the wrong marker color, but I try my best, so bear with me. And then at the bottom, I did go ahead and decide to add a little bit of washi tape. I had this really cute red plaid washi tape that I thought would go perfect with this theme, so I decided to add that, and I just added a little line because I thought the plaid washi tape was boring by itself. But yeah, so on the next spread here, I just hop right into the monthly, and this time around, instead of making perfect boxes, I wanted to have more of like an organic feel, so I did go ahead and draw each individual box, and I skipped through that because it was a little tedious. And then up at the top where the word December is supposed to go, I did go ahead and erase it and kind of center it a little bit more. I didn't like how it was sitting, and I just did calligraphy style on that as well. I went back to that plaid tape to write the days of the week up at the top of the calendar, and using my white gel pen, I did go ahead and write over that, and I thought that looked so cute. I was so happy that it worked on top of the tape because it's crappy on top of the marker. Dancing and dancing in Jingle Bells in the frosty air. And then over here on the right, I'm just doing my goals again because I did use that. I think I actually filled that out like the first day of the month. So I did use that and actually follow my goals, and I achieved all of them. Whoop, whoop. So kudos to me, give myself a pat on the back. But this title right here was highly inspired by a photo I saw on Pinterest. If I can find the artist, I will go ahead and link them down in the description box below. But it said Hello December, so I just wanted to use that and put Hello Goals. I thought it was so cute with the little candy canes. I went back over to the title December because I thought it was a little plain, and added some more of those little branches on either side and a couple of those little cherries. Ho, ho, ho. At the bottom, I wanted to create some trees. So I took the lighter of the two greens, which is the bright green, and just created some little swooshes to make it look like, you know, kind of branches in different shapes. So I alternated between using kind of like the side of the brush to make the line thicker and the tip of the brush, so they had different shapes. I used that lighter green color mainly for the front trees, and then I took the dark green color and used it for the back trees, but I did also go ahead and put a little bit of the dark green in some of the lighter trees just to give it a little bit more dimension. On this next page, I wanted to do like a little Christmas countdown. So how I did that was I made a candy cane, and then each candy cane stripe is going to be a different color. I'm going to alternate between the red and the green. And I actually goofed. I messed up and I only made 24 stripes. So to fix it, at the bottom I made a final candy, kind of like a little peppermint, and I put the number 25 on top of there. So on Christmas Day, I'll just fill that candy out with the appropriate stripe colors. See, you can fix your mistakes, so don't worry. You don't gotta scrap it, you don't gotta rip a page out. Just make it work. That's our motto, make it work. I went back to that plaid tape. Oh my goodness, I love that tape, and used that for the title for YouTube. I just wrote over it with the white gel pen again, in a calligraphy, and then I spelled planning right this time too, guys. I spelled it wrong the last time, but I made sure I spelled it right this time. Down in the bottom, I did go ahead and add some branches just to add a little bit more color in there. I do usually like to keep my YouTube planning spreads a little bit more plain and empty, just so it gives me enough room to write down whatever I have to write down and plan out. And then I was just showing you guys this little ink spot that's at the bottom of the page. This is how the notebook came, and there are a couple more pages in here that have those ink spots on there that are actually a little bit worse. And I will do a review on that later on, but I was just showing you guys that I did not make that. It came like that, which was a little annoying, but whatever. And then on the next spread, we're just hopping right into the project tracker. And on the project tracker, I'm using the brown color actually for the title. I know it's kind of hard to tell with the lighting, but that is the dark brown color. I kept the project tracker the same for the most part, but I did go ahead and add a column on the end that just says paid, because I accept payments in different forms. It could be PayPal, Cash App, direct deposit, whatever, cash. So I wanted to put a little column there where I can check off whether the client paid or not, because I have been getting a little bit more clients and it's getting a little harder to keep track of everything. And I left a little space on the right hand side just so I can write down what method they paid me in, so I can go ahead and check that account or whatever, just to make sure the money did get there.
This is a Chuki production.
jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing, a bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell rock. Jingle bells time and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air.
And then we're already to the weekly spread, guys. But for the most part, honestly, I kept this spread in the same format as I did for the November spread. So I will just let the rest of the video play out because I'm tired of talking and you're probably tired of hearing me talk. So I'll just let the music play. Oh, and I do also have a series coming up for you guys, so be on the lookout for that. I'm super excited because it's going to be my first series. It's going to be like a little mini series. So make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel so you guys can see what that little series is going to be about. And until next time, bye.